Google about to make Pixel phones more expensive, or are we actually getting some good deals this time? A new leak has revealed the possible prices for the upcoming Pixel 10 series, and it's a bit of a mix. Some phones may keep the same price, one model might get a little cheaper, and another might become the most expensive Pixel we've seen so far. Let's start with the surprising part. According to sources shared by Android Headlines, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold might be priced at around $1,600. That's actually about $200 less than the previous model, the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. If this leak is true, it could be a big win for people who love foldable phones but haven't been able to afford one yet. Foldables have always been expensive, but this could be a sign that Google wants to make them more affordable and more common. There's even more good news for the future. The same report claims the Pixel Fold line could continue to drop in price over time. By 2026, the foldable might cost around $1,500. That would be a total drop of $300 in just 2 years, which would help foldables go mainstream. It also looks like Google plans to make the foldable a regular part of the Pixel lineup. So, just like the standard Pixel models, we might see a new foldable released every year from now on. Now for the bad news. The Pixel 10 Pro XL, which is expected to replace the Pixel 9 Pro, might see a price increase. The leak suggests it could go up by around $100, bringing the total to about $1,200. That's a pretty big jump, and it also creates a wider gap between this phone and the other models, like the regular Pixel 10 and Pixel 10 Pro, which are both expected to keep the same prices as last year. So, the regular Pixel 10 may stay at $799, the Pixel 10 Pro at $999, and the Pro XL could go up to $1,200. The foldable version would sit at the top with that rumored $1,600 price tag. This strategy is similar to what Apple did with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, where they raised the price by dropping the lowest storage option. That move made people think twice about upgrading, and it seems like Google could be going in the same direction. There were also some rumors that Google might stop making the smaller Pro model, but this report suggests that's not happening anytime soon. In fact, the smaller Pro version is expected to stick around until at least 2028, which is when the Pixel 13 series would launch. So for the next few years, we can expect the same 5 model setup: the A series, the base Pixel, 2 Pro models, and the foldable. Speaking of the A series, it looks like that price is staying steady for now at $499. That's great news, especially after some recent price hikes in earlier versions. If the performance and camera quality stay strong, this might still be one of the best budget phones you can buy. The Pixel 10 lineup is expected to be announced sometime in the summer. All the models should come with Google's new Tensor G5 chip, which could be an upgrade or a weak spot, depending on how it holds up against the competition. And leaks have already pointed to some exciting camera upgrades across the lineup. These phones, what if one of Samsung's most hyped phones of the year never made it to your country? That's the big question surrounding the Galaxy S25 Edge right now. Originally expected to launch on April 15 and then pushed to May 13, the release date is now being pushed back even further, maybe to the end of May. But here's the catch: it might only launch in 2 countries. According to a trusted source, Ice Universe, Samsung is now planning to release the Galaxy S25 Edge only in South Korea and China next month. That's it. No US launch. No Europe either, at least not for now. If this sounds familiar, that's because it reminds people of last year's Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition. That phone also launched in just a couple of places and never went global. But unlike the Z Fold, Samsung originally had bigger plans for the Galaxy S25 Edge. In fact, back in January, there was a leak suggesting the phone would be available in 39 countries, including big markets like the UK, France, India, Brazil, Mexico, and Australia. So what happened? That's still unclear. Some believe there might be a technical issue or production delay behind the scenes. And if Samsung doesn't fix it soon, there's a real chance the phone may remain exclusive to South Korea and China, at least for a while. That's not exactly great news for fans around the world who are excited about this slim and stylish device. Still, there's hope that Samsung might roll it out in more countries by June. But for now, it's all up in the air. Now, if the Galaxy S25 Edge does launch in Europe soon, we already have a good idea of the price. A recent report says the base version with 12 GB RAM and 256 GB storage will cost €1,249, which is about $1,365. That's more expensive than the standard Galaxy S25, plus by around €100 in most European markets. And if you want more storage, the 512 GB version is expected to be priced at €1,369, which comes out to about $1,495. At those prices, it's still cheaper than the Galaxy S25 Ultra, but it also comes with fewer features, like no stylus and just 2 rear cameras instead of 4. Still, the Galaxy S25 Edge has some premium stuff going for it. It's rumored to come in a titanium build with some whispers about a possible ceramic version, and it will be super thin, just under 6mm thick. Inside, it packs a Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, a 6.7-inch display, and a 3,900 mAh battery. Not huge, but probably the best Samsung could fit into that slim frame. The main camera is expected to be a powerful 200-megapixel sensor, the same one found on the Ultra model, and will be paired with a 12-megapixel ultra-wide shooter. So with all that, is it worth the price? That depends on how much you care about thin design over battery life or extra camera features. Some people might love the sleek look and lightweight feel. Others might see it as, would you pay more for a thinner phone even if it came with a smaller battery? That's the question many are asking after the Galaxy S25 Edge briefly showed up online, along with prices that caught everyone off guard. A deleted listing from an Italian retailer gave us a surprise peek at what Samsung might charge for its upcoming slim model. And if this leak turns out to be true, every new release, people expect something than expected. And now it looks like Samsung is finally thinking about doing something based in Italy. According to a page showing the Galaxy S25 Edge with 2 storage slot, the 256 gigabytes version was listed at €1,362, and the 512 gigabytes version came in at €1,488. That's roughly €100 more than earlier reports had suggested. People were originally guessing prices closer to €1,249 or €1,259 for the base version. So this new leak definitely raised eyebrows. The prices listed also. What if Samsung brings back something above the Galaxy S25 series Plus in the lineup? Yep, after skipping surprising because the Edge is supposed to be a flagship killer. The company might go back to splitting chips based on design for people who care about style and portability. Of course, the Galaxy S25 Ultra leaks suggest Samsung is working hard to bring the family back, but the Galaxy S25 Edge was supposed to launch in April. Another Italian store called changed. Also showed the same release before taking the listing down. Interesting details. So this wasn't just a one-off mistake. Behind the delay. Both sites also showed 3 expected color options about titanium silver, titanium jet black, and titanium. No one really knew why. Those in Eddie called them Titans, as Samsung is setting a new date. We're pretty sure it's the same thing. But the reason there's no mention of a 1 terabyte model, so those from other reports says the delay doesn't seem to be caused by any hardware problems or production. The Galaxy S25 Edge is maybe related to changes within Samsung's top management. Samsung has reportedly delayed the launch of the Galaxy S25 Edge, pushing it from April to May or possibly even June 2025. But to get that this device expected to reportedly indicate that Samsung has decided to come with a 3,900 mAh battery, which is smaller than most flagships today. Scale that might be a deal breaker for Galaxy S25 Edge. The display will reportedly be the company is expected to introduce the device through an online event where it will announce it'll also pack price and availability 8 Elite processor. As for the price, which means performance won't be an issue. Whether you're gaming, multitasking, or just scrolling, this phone should feel fast and smooth. As for the cameras, Samsung isn't cutting too many corners. You'll get a 200 megapixels main camera. Yes, this positions the same one used in the Galaxy S25
But Samsung isn't stopping at just the phone. Alongside the Galaxy S24 FE, we're likely going to see the launch. That's incredible if you want long-term software support.
Solid for a thin phone. The Galaxy S25 Edge would be the originally Samsung was expected to announce the S25 Edge in mid-April and more compact. But according to recent reports, the launch may now have the Galaxy S25 Plus. There's also no word yet on whether this phone will be sold, although simplified, camera setup, or if it'll have a limited release. Something unexpected happened. Pricing details.